Hello and welcome. Today's lesson is going to be a bit different. It's a transition lesson where we move from theory into practice. It's sort of a closure on one concept and an introduction to the next. So I'm going to be reading directly from my notes to ensure that I don't miss anything. Often I'm asked the difference between meditation and mindfulness. Some people see this as a paradox. Well, let me do a little explanation here and maybe could shed some light on this. Meditation and mindfulness are distinctly different and independent, yet mutually dependent at the same time. What may appear to be a seemingly absurd or self-contradictory statement or proposition, when investigated or explained, may prove to be well-founded and true, which is the case here. This leaves us with a conundrum, which is really pretty much a confusing and difficult problem or question that we seek to answer, which may very well be why people start meditation practice in the first place. So how are we going to address this? Well, as we transition into practice from theory, we're going to use similar methods. We're just going to approach it slightly different. The first meditation timer is 2 minutes. The next one is 3, and we'll take an intermission. During these 2 and 3 minute timers, I'm going to ask you now to attempt to close your eyes for a period, either the full 2 or 3 minutes, or even just for part of that. Get used to the idea of having your eyes closed now. Everything else still applies, except your eyes won't be open. If it would make you more comfortable, leave your eyes half open or half closed, depending on your perspective, so that you just could barely see the screen, and let your eyes rest like that. So, nothing different. I'll sound the timer, sound the bell, turn the time over, and we'll begin. Thank you. All right, and just like theory, this practical application is not much different, and you shouldn't really notice any difference. Again, it's just a way to reinforce what we've done as we transition into new material. In the very beginning, I had a little story. It was about, look, no one can open the gateless gate. Well, by definition, a gate is a hinged barrier used to close an opening in a wall, fence, or hedge. In other words, it's a movable barrier used to control or limit access. This is meditation. It is the physical act of sitting and meditating. So what then is the pathless path? Depending on your context, a path could be a way or a track laid down for walking or made by continually treading. The course or direction in which a person is moving, or a course or action of conduct. Again, this is meditation. Carefully measured steps across carefully measured miles. Never getting ahead of ourselves, always where we are at that moment. Which brings us to the final thing. This is why I seldom use my notes. When we get to that gateless gate, how do we open it? And I know I said effortless effort. And here this is the good part. By definition, an attempt that is effortless requires no physical or mental exertion. In other words, is an undemanding endeavor. This is mindfulness. When we learn mindfulness as both independent and dependent on meditation, the gateless gate opens on its own without any action or intervention on our part. And here's the important secret, and sometimes it's posed as the greatest secret of meditation, and that there is no secret, and that you are to stop trying to meditate. As we transition from meditation into mindfulness, stop trying. Strive to achieve effortless effort. So the next meditation is 5 minutes, and this time just sit with it, eyes closed, and try nothing. Yet do something. And I know that's, again, the paradox of theory and practice. So I'll see you at the end. Thank you. All right, in conclusion, let me wrap this up. The obstacles are the path. I know you've heard this before, and I may have even posted it in a quote. The way to look at it is this: mindfulness illuminates the obstacles, meditation helps us negotiate the obstacles. Through mindfulness, we become aware of an obstacle, and our technique of meditation helps us to navigate it. Again, here's another little secret. Obstacles are the path, so you can do nothing to avoid them except meet your destiny on the road you take to avoid them. As always, any comments, questions, please leave them below. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you.